Good morning and welcome to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Our focus this morning is on the peaceful protests that have been going on in America and across the globe since the tragic death of George Floyd was caught on tape in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Well, coupled with the deaths of Breonna Taylor in Louisville, Kentucky, and Ahmaud Arbery in Georgia. Here in Milwaukee, Black Lives Matter protests continue, and young people are not only organizing, but showing up in large numbers. My first guest is 17-year-old Eric Lucas. He's a young man that helped organize a peaceful protest in Shorewood that ended up making national headlines after he experienced what many would describe as a hate crime. How are you, Eric?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing very well, and I really appreciate you joining us this morning. There are many people watching who are proud of young people like yourself who are taking a stand against injustice because obviously you are the future. So if you would first talk about what fueled you to gather your peers and organize a protest there in Shorewood.
Well, first off, I think it's important I always felt like it's important to have youth on the forefront of these issues because, like you said, we are the future. So just seeing over my time of growing up in America and growing up in Milwaukee and being a Black male, just seeing the amount of injustices that the people that look like me go through, we get tired. And at what point do we get to decide enough is enough? So me being who I am, which is a student activist, and thinking about, okay, I'm tired. I know my peers are tired. So let's make a stand together. Because I feel like just my voice won't be enough. So if we all come together, then we can make a stand and we can make a movement and we can make a symbol for Black folks and Black youth that look like us.
Yeah, there is power in numbers, that's for sure. But what was unfortunate is that while peacefully protesting, you experienced a situation that I don't think any child or adult for that matter should have to experience. And we're not going to spend a lot of time talking about this because I understand there is a case that's pending, but a woman who's been identified as an attorney in Mequon, Stephanie Rapkin, who lives in Shorewood, she used her car to block the protest, and eventually after being asked to move her car by a group of young people that included yourself, she decided to spit in your face. That was caught on video, and many who saw it were disgusted and appalled because it is the lowest thing that someone can do to another person, regardless of age. What went through your mind at the time that that happened?
At the exact time, it was an instant rush of emotion, and then right after that, I looked to the right of me, and I had one of my best friends, Elijah Taylor Jordan, grabbing me and making sure that I was fine. And after that, I was like, okay. I took 2 minutes to gather myself, and I thought about the movement and what this movement means, and I was like, I can't let this obstacle stop us. So, in the face of injustice and in the face of hate, I got to keep moving. So that's what I
Yeah.
did.
And you know what makes that special? I don't know if you've taken the time to realize that what you did, a lot of people, even the most professional, the most together, the classiest people, would have an instinct to react to that. And for you to be able to walk away says so much about who you are and what you are bringing to this movement. So, what has happened since this incident went viral and it's made national headlines? What has been your experience?
Uh, a lot of breakdowns, a lot of internal conflicts with myself and with the world outside of me. There's been multiple times where I feel like, I'm at the end of my road and it's like, what am I fighting for? Then there's been times where I was like, okay, I got to get up and I got to put my foot down and continue moving forward because we are the youth. And I feel like if nobody that look like me is going to do the job that I'm doing, then I got to do it. So right after that, I went home, was appalled myself about the situation. Um, then the next day I woke up, got ready for another march that I also co-organized and held right at Sherman Phoenix. And then the day after that, took some more time, gathered myself again, had a mental breakdown. One of the same best friend that actually restrained me, came over, checked on me, made sure I was good, and he's actually been at my house supporting me for these past couple of days. And I just continue to try to bring back, because everybody focuses so much on how I was spat on. But I think it's important to highlight how the work that we are doing is going to make a change, and it is making a change. So I've just been trying to redirect the conversation towards more Black youth that are also powerful and very intelligent organizers.
Yes, yes, and you put that very well. And I want you to know there are a lot of people that you don't even know who are supporting you. So you just keep on keeping on and stay strong in what you're trying to do. When you look at the fact that you and your friends have the ability to make a change, even at your young age, what is it that you hope for the future? What would you like to see happen?
Well, I feel like this has almost become a motto, but I would like for Black lives to not only matter but also be equal.
Mm.
Um, I just want to be able to grow and continue to live in a world where I wouldn't have to think about my color being a weapon and think about people looking at only my color. And I for sure wouldn't want some of my younger family members that are coming behind me to go through the things that I've endured. So I just keep thinking like, okay, I'm going to go through what I'm going through in the present so the future can be far much more better than what it is now for the ones that's going to come after me.
Yeah, and there were so many before you that had that same attitude. And the thing is, if you don't know where you've been, you certainly can't know where you're going. And I think you are on the right track. So here's my question. You are a member of an organization, Urban Underground.
Yes, ma'am.
And our current Milwaukee County executive, David Crowley, he is a product of that organization. It's really about building tomorrow's leaders. Talk a little bit about the organization and what it has instilled in you since being a part of it.
Well, most importantly, I think it's instilled me to continue to persevere, and it has equipped me with the tools to be educated on topics such as injustices of Black folks and systemic oppression. Um, I think it's a great program. I think everyone that's of color and not of color should join the program. Uh, it's led by Charlene Moore, who's a great woman. She's a very powerful, strong woman. So I can only give glory to her because she taught me, if not everything, but most about the topics that I am able to speak on and be so confident in. It has also it has humbled me. It took me places that I thought I would never be.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just been an amazing experience. It's so much that I could say.
Yeah, and I love that. And I think that if anything, we're hoping that other young people that see this will be intrigued and would like to find out more about Urban Underground. And quickly, I'd like for you to give advice to other young people. Everyone, can contribute in different ways, and maybe they don't have the same confidence to maybe put together a protest as you've been successful in doing, but just kind of give advice on what people can do together, such as you and your peers, to help make a difference so that we all can see a better tomorrow.
Well, as far as giving advice on what we can do together to make a better tomorrow, well, first off, I think that the best knowledge attainable is knowledge that's built through experience. So going out and creating those experiences and getting uncomfortable and being in these spaces, not only mentally and not only in spirit or through a phone, but also in person, going out, stepping out and being on the front lines with us and seeing while we are fighting for what we are fighting for, and seeing the emotion and pain that we hold within our eyes. And then just advice that I could give to someone that's younger than me, you control the narrative of your story. Nobody else controls the narrative. Yes, there will be obstacles, but it's on you to persevere and continue moving forward through those obstacles. Nothing, your mind is your biggest asset. It can put you in a position to be controlled or control. So
Wow.
if you control your emotions and you change the narrative in your mindset, then everything else will follow suit.
Yeah, well, you have put that very well. And I think that you have given us the example of the very words that you're living by. I'm proud of you. And I'm hoping that you can go on to do all the things that you dream of doing. Tell me real quick, I hate that. What are you going to be when you grow up? But what do you plan to do?
Well, I plan on going to college right after
Hmm.
high school. Hopefully at HBCU. If not, I'll stay where I'm
Yes.
currently at. And I want to study finance and probably look into being a venture capitalist. And I also might study political science and philosophy.
All right. Well, that's music to my ears as an HBCU alumni. So thank you so much, Eric, for joining us today, and all the best to you. Keep on keeping on.
Thanks for having me.
Eric Lucas is a young student activist with a mission, as you can tell. And when we return to Our Issues Milwaukee, we're going to talk to a local community activist who has been instrumental in organizing peaceful protests here in Milwaukee and surrounding areas. We'll talk to Khalil Coleman right after this.